Jethro,
Oh, yes, ma'am.
would you like to drive your own car?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I like to drive.
Very well. I have typed out explicit directions. I've even drawn a map showing the exact location of the hotel. They have a lovely pool, and Jethro.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Did you know that Redd Foxx was more than just a fast-talking, no-nonsense Fred Sanford? Behind the laughs, the fame, and that iconic gravelly voice was a man with a hidden chapter in his life, one that involved a woman the world least expected, Nancy Kulp? But how did two stars from such wildly different worlds come together, and what kept their relationship under secret for so long? Let's find out in today's episode. Nancy Jane Kulp was an American actress, military veteran, teacher, and politician. She became widely known for her portrayal of Ms. Jane Hathaway in the popular sitcom The Beverly Hillbillies, which aired from 1962 to 1971. But her life was far richer and more diverse than a single television role. She lived through significant eras of American history, from the Great Depression and World War II to the Civil Rights Movement and the changing face of Hollywood in the 20th century. Her story reflects determination, intelligence, wit, and an independent spirit that pushed through every boundary placed before her. Nancy spent her early childhood in Miffintown, Pennsylvania, a small town with a modest population. Around her teenage years, her family moved to Miami-Dade County, Florida. Nancy was a dedicated and bright student from an early age. She pursued higher education at Florida State College for Women, now known as Florida State University, where she earned a bachelor's degree in journalism. Her strong interest in language and storytelling would remain a key trait throughout her life. After finishing her bachelor's degree, Nancy didn't stop there. She went on to the University of Miami, where she earned her master's degree in both English and French. This was in early 1940s, a time when it was still quite rare for women to pursue higher education, especially at such an advanced level. Her decision to study languages was driven by her love for communication, culture, and the written word. Before stepping into the world of acting, Nancy worked as a writer for a newspaper in Miami and later joined the publicity department at MGM Studios. Her time at MGM exposed her to the inner workings of Hollywood and sparked a growing interest in being in front of the camera instead of working behind the scenes. World War II changed the lives of millions, including Nancy. In 1944, she decided to serve her country and joined the United States Naval Reserve. She worked in the Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Service program. She was no ordinary recruit. She achieved the rank of lieutenant, junior grade, showing both intelligence and leadership during a critical period in world history. Serving during a global conflict demonstrated her bravery, and it gave her the discipline and confidence that would define her public and professional life later on. After the war ended, Nancy shifted her focus to acting. She moved to Hollywood in the early 1950s and began landing small roles in films. Her tall stature, quirky voice, and intellectual charm made her a perfect choice for supporting roles. She appeared in movies like The Model and The Marriage Broker, Shane, and A Star is Born. Though these roles were not major, she managed to make each character memorable with her performance. Nancy's big break came in 1962 when she was cast as Ms. Jane Hathaway in The Beverly Hillbillies. This show was a huge hit and ran for 9 seasons until 1971. Her role as the serious yet secretly romantic assistant to the banker Mr. Drysdale brought her nationwide fame. Miss Hathaway was often the only character who treated the Hillbillies with respect and admiration, and Nancy's portrayal was filled with nuance and humor. In 1967, her performance earned her an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. While she was mostly associated with the Beverly Hillbillies, Nancy had a long and varied acting career that stretched over 3 decades. She appeared in more than 30 television shows, including Perry Mason, The Bob Cummings Show, Sanford and Son, Murphy Brown, and The Love Boat. She also lent her voice to several animated series. Whether playing an eccentric teacher, a nosy neighbor, or a no-nonsense secretary, Nancy always brought intelligence and depth to her character. In her personal life, Nancy Kulp married Charles Malcolm Dacus in 1951 in Dade County, Florida. Their marriage lasted for about 10 years before ending in divorce in 1961. She rarely spoke about her marriage in public, preferring to focus on her professional achievements rather than her private affairs. Interestingly, her divorce happened just before her career took off with the Beverly Hillbillies, and she never remarried. Nancy also took a bold step outside of acting. In the 1980s, she entered politics. In 1984, she ran for Congress in Pennsylvania's 9th District as a Democrat. She advocated for environmental protection, education reform, and social justice. Unfortunately, she lost the election, partly because her former Beverly Hillbillies co-star Buddy Epson publicly endorsed her Republican opponent, but despite the loss, Nancy's campaign was courageous and ahead of its time, especially for a woman from Hollywood entering the political arena. After her attempt in politics, Nancy turned to teaching. She joined Juniata College in Pennsylvania, where she taught acting and drama. Her students admired her for her dedication and storytelling skills. She was known for being straightforward, kind, and full of wisdom. She wasn't just an actress to her students, she was a mentor and role model. As the years passed, Nancy left the spotlight and chose a quieter life. She moved to a rural farm in Connecticut, enjoying the peace that came with life away from Hollywood. She stayed active by continuing to teach and help local theater productions. Later, she moved to Palm Springs, California, where she got involved in several community and charity efforts. She worked closely with the Humane Society of the Desert, helping animals that had been abandoned or abused. Her love for animals was well known, and she often supported responsible pet ownership. She also participated in the Desert Theater League, where she mentored actors and sometimes even performed in small stage productions. Nancy Kulp also became involved with United Cerebral Palsy, helping raise awareness and money for individuals living with cerebral palsy and other developmental disabilities. Her work with this organization showed her deep compassion and dedication to helping others, especially those with physical challenges. One of the most surprising aspects of Nancy's personal life came to light after her death: her secret relationship with fellow actor and comedian Redd Foxx. Redd Foxx had a completely different public image from Nancy. He was brash, loud, and famous for edgy stand-up comedy, while Nancy was refined, intellectual, and private. But the two reportedly shared a deep and private bond during the height of their careers in the 1960s and 1970s. They first met at a charity event in Los Angeles and discovered a shared interest in literature, civil rights, and social issues. Now, before you leave, just don't forget to give this video a like, smash that subscribe button, and also ring that notification bell while you're down there.